Alright guys, gals, and everything in between, Merry Christmas, and of course, following the Christmas tradition, the Doctor Who Christmas special. And if you're like me, it's a staple every year. I watch all the Christmas specials, and so gotta talk about it. Now, my reviews have been a little bit late to you guys, as you know. Just a real quick background, this is my new home. Yes, I moved after like 3 years with my girlfriend. It's wonderful. So thank you all for your support and continuing to come back despite the stagnation. I should have more reviews out to you tomorrow. Let's talk about this episode. So this episode, The Return of Dr. Mysterio, in a way, it's less of a Christmas special and more of a sequel to The Husbands of River Song. Of course, guys, gals, and everything in between, big spoiler warning ahead. So if you have not seen the episode yet, or you don't care about spoilers, you've been warned. The Return of Dr. Mysterio, the Doctor has gone a long time. He's been gone for 24 years on Jerusalem, having his last night with River Song, which means we kind of get our confirmation that River Song is done with the show. It's over. River is not coming back. I mean, never say never, but from what they are doing, I'm pretty sure, because that's Moffat's character, and this is going to be Moffat's last season coming up, I think Moffat has kind of said that right here, she's done. Sorry if I bounce around, guys. I'm actually just kneeling in front of the Christmas tree. Thought it would be a fun festive since I don't have my set yet again. So if I move, it's because I'm adjusting myself. We kind of get the feeling that River Song, this is over. We've now seen her full story. Capaldi is the last Doctor to see her, other than David Tennant timelines. And I like that, but I have to still review it and be fair. I feel like this was a leftover episode rather than a Christmas special. It didn't feel like a Christmas special. It felt like an episode that was left on the cutting room floor of the last season. And that's not a bad thing. It's just, it feels a little, I don't know how to put it. It feels like we didn't really get a Christmas special this year. Yeah, he says Christmas once, but that's like one of those inserts that they could have shot. That's all I'm saying, is I still really enjoyed the episode, but it wasn't really a Christmas episode. And while that's all fine and dandy, let's get down to the meat of it. Justin Chatwin. He's always an actor that I feel is just a little bit unappreciated. I definitely liked his role and his chemistry with the journalist, and they did this kind of Lois Lane Superman kind of back and forth, and I really liked that. The villains, of course, because, you know, the Doctor is investigating these villains. We don't really see how the Doctor gets involved with it, but, you know, he's the Doctor. And Capaldi, of course, does a great job. And one thing I love that Capaldi does in this episode is he hides his pain so well. When he talks about, like, well, you know, how long was I gone and everything, and they were like, well, you know, you kind of disappeared for 24 years, and he stops and he realizes, he's like, oh yes, 24 years, of course, it would be. And the way you see his pain is perfect, and you feel for the Doctor, and you feel his pain because you had to be there for the last moments of River Song, and that is just bravo, Capaldi. You know, for those people who keep saying that Capaldi, when is he going to regenerate? Who's the next Doctor after him? Just let Peter Capaldi marinate a little bit. Let him enjoy some time. That way we don't burn through a Doctor every 3 years. Capaldi's great, and these moments prove it. I liked the incorporation of him in New York. I thought that was really nice, because you always see the Doctor in London, but now we see the Doctor in this new area. I liked his name of calling him Dr. Mysterio. It kind of added the whole superhero element. And as much as you guys know, I'm burnt out on superheroes right now. Like, I've been really burnt out on superheroes, which is a shame because I love comic book movies and I love comic books. But this was just a nice breath of fresh air because it was kind of fun. It poked fun of the subject. The one thing I have to say, and I see that he's a regular in the next season, the bald guy, I forget his name, the thing that that the Doctor interacts with, the human, the bald guy, I can't stand him. I think he's one of the most annoying characters on the show. He's one of the weakest companions. Who knows? I was saying that about Donna when I first saw her, and I was like, oh god, no, please. And I loved her. So it's possible that they could win me over. I really don't like that character, though. If you guys do, comment why you like him. I'd really like to hear. But I'm not a big fan of him. He was one of my biggest problems of the episode. I did like that he kind of was able to bounce back with the Doctor a little bit with some quick banter, because Capaldi's been a much more bitter Doctor. And I like that he kind of keeps him on the ropes and is like, hey, you know, they're going back and forth, especially when he's talking about like, oh yeah, you know, well, where'd you get that? And it's like, Constantinople. Well, you know, oh, you're messing with the rules. Oh, you know, like the Time Lord's rule about not interacting with other species affairs and all of that. And he's like, oh, Doctor has nothing to say to it. I do like that they have that banter and chemistry. I would like to see more of that, and if that's what we have upcoming, I'm all for it. But all in all, I absolutely loved this episode. Justin Chatwin, his character of the Ghost as the superhero, they kind of leave his story open. I would really like to see more from his story. I think it would be a fascinating seeing him come back as like a regular, maybe even a companion. Maybe he passes that stone that allows him to have his superpowers and he's just a normal human, and then he travels with the Doctor. Who knows? I would love to see more of him. I personally like the idea of keeping him on as a companion, even if he only shows up for like 2 or 3 episodes. It'd be kind of nice to see him. But I enjoyed the episode, all in all. I think it was really good. The villains were interesting enough for the Christmas special, but again, it didn't feel like a Christmas special. I wanted it to have more of a Christmas theme. That's what I love about the Christmas special. You spend all day doing Christmas stuff with your friends and family, sit down to watch the Doctor Who Christmas special with like a Christmas-themed enemy, like the ones that were dressed up as Santa, or things like that. I love, or having Santa Claus himself. Like, I like those Christmas themes. And this one didn't really have that. It just felt like a spare episode that maybe they shot an insert to say, congratulations, it's the Christmas special. So, I still enjoyed it. Don't take that as I didn't like it. It's just something I noticed. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Got plenty more videos coming to you. Love you guys.